Oh, my name is Tom Schory, and I am a general surgeon. One of the things I've been able to do for the last about 7 years is each year go to Honduras on a mission trip, a surgical mission trip over the summer. And the unique thing about the teams that I go with are that we're from all over the country, and the majority of us don't know each other before we've ever met. Last summer, it was in the evening, and it was our day before we were going to leave. One of the missionaries came in and said, "Hey, there's someone in the emergency room we need you to see." And I said, "Okay." Well, when I get there, it's a just under 2-year-old child with a hernia that is what's called strangulated. That means there's a loop of their small intestine that's being pinched and will lose its blood supply. If not treated, it could be a fatal condition. The problem is, one, they were going to need a surgeon, and two, I don't operate on children. It's just a decision I made a long time ago in my career, mainly because ever since I had children of my own, the anxiety and stress that it provokes is not something that I want to take into an operating room. But they asked me if I could do it, and I said yes. And then I ran off to go to an area where it was quiet and we had good internet where I could look up how to do that operation, because children hernias are different than adult hernias, and I hadn't done that operation in at least 20 years when I was in training. So that means, different suture, different techniques, different instruments. And I do remember saying a quick prayer and telling Jesus that if he wants me to do this, he's gonna have to help me. And I don't want to do it, but we're gonna do it. So I stepped outside the operating room and I sat down on one of the beds, the gurneys that are there for the next day. And sitting in the bed next to me was Chris, the head missionary there, who is not a medical background person, but just a good guy. Chris gets up and says, "I'm going to pray for you." When he started praying, I just had this thought. I just said, "Okay, I'm going to accept this prayer." I was just at complete peace. And I walked in the room, and there was the child, all draped out, exactly like it's supposed to be. Because what I didn't know was that my scrub technician, who was doing that case, who I'd never met until that week, and actually never operated with until that day, because she operated with somebody else. That's what she does every day. She does pediatric cases, and she had every instrument that I could ever want that she made sure was there, and she had just the right suture and everything. So everything was there perfectly. And the assistant that I had, I think he was from Oklahoma, and he was fantastic. And one of those people that just, he just calms everybody around him. And everything went perfect. Every step of the case was perfect. And it's not because I'm amazing, it's because God was doing something that day. There's no other way to say it wasn't a miracle, because what are the odds that this little kid has a life and death emergency in the middle of nowhere, Honduras, and there just so happens to be a general surgeon, and there just so happens to be a pediatric scrub technician, and there just so happens to be everything that child would need to live.